That was the way it was told to me by another insider. But they're really going to dig up the Alabama stuff. And did he ever go to some meeting, you know, where there's 200 people and there's Klan guys there, and boom, they'll just go to town with that. Hillary Clinton, her mentor can be a Grand Dragon. That's okay. But regardless, the word is, this is up on drudgereport.com, from Roll Call, you're hired, Trump picks Pence. Trump to pick Mike Pence, says source. And I do not think that is one of the best choices. It's a lot better than Newt Gingrich. Because let me tell you, as much as I dislike Hillary and everything, if he would have picked Gingrich, or if he does pick Gingrich, and Gingrich, by the way, is attacking Trump today, which as soon as I saw that this morning, it's like, hallelujah. Because he just can't help but backbite. That's just how he is. And if he puts Gingrich too close to him, he's crazy. I mean, it's one strategy to keep your enemies closer. I get that. I'm going to give Trump the benefit of the doubt till I see what he starts delivering on. Like getting our jobs back, like defending our sovereignty. So there's different strategies out there. It's just that time will have to tell. Donald Trump is planning to announce that Indiana Governor Mike Pence is his choice for his vice presidential running mate. And, of course, he had a meeting in private with 4 of the guys yesterday there in Indiana, according to a Republican with direct knowledge of the decision. As Trump narrowed in on his choice of Pence, the two men spent time at both Trump's golf resort in New Jersey in early July and at the Indiana governor's mansion this week. That's right. In addition to testing the men's chemistry, Trump also reportedly impressed with Pence's calm demeanor, his experience on Capitol Hill as a governor, and Pence's potential to assist Trump in governing should the ticket win in November. The announcement will be made publicly at an event at Trump Tower at 11 a.m. Friday morning. In addition to Pence, Trump has considered former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, Army General Michael Flynn, the number 2 spots on his ticket. Some contenders include Senator Bob Corker. Yeah, that was never the case. Corker went to him, of Tennessee, and it goes on from there. So we'll see. We will see. All I know is Hillary Clinton is 7 points behind in a new scientific Rasmussen poll, and a whole other index of polls that are up on Infowars.com showing that he's pulled ahead 3 to 4 points in almost every poll, except for the polls being put out by Democratic Party pollsters or affiliated media groups. And you can write a poll and ask the questions however you want. You can use the demographics, who you called. I already talked about that, but I tell you, you can really see how the establishment's going to strike back. And I'm going to tie all this together when we come back from break here in a few minutes to the original Rand Corporation / U.S. government Carnegie Endowment for Peace program. You want to know where the UN comes from? Want to understand why all this is happening? Want to understand Obama's youth brigades and what Black Lives Matter is? This is a shaping of things to come and where this country is going to go. And so I'm going to break it down as calmly as I can without getting upset why it's such a travesty and a tragedy what's happening. But you want to see the political takeover of America? This is what it is, by the offshore conglomerates. Now, before I go any further, because I want to plunge right into this when we come back from break, we are ending the special today, and it will end. We already extended it, expanded it, and then contracted it to just storable food that's excellent, high quality, best price out there, and to the nutraceuticals, but upwards of 40, up to 40% off. It's not like a few of the things are 40% off. A lot of the food's 40% off. 20 to 40% off, bare minimum 20%, 10% off all the nutraceuticals, 25% off DNA Force, our flagship product. We only do that every once in a while, and it sells out quickly. That's going to end today. The DNA Force is going to extend out. That's our new sale. But the other sale ends today on the storable food and the 10% off across the board on nutraceuticals. You get an additional 10% off on anything you sign up for auto ship on, and free shipping on orders of $50 or more at InfoWarsStore.com. I want to thank you all for your support, but you really are getting high-quality items here, whether it's books, videos, T-shirts, whether it's shortwave radios or non-GMO seeds. We try to find the very best stuff out there at the lowest price. InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
I have an exciting announcement from articles by ViewZone.com and Transpersonal.de. Our physical bodies run on light. That's right. Russian scientist Alexander G. Gurvich discovered biophotons in 1923, with further research supported in the 1970s by Fritz Albert Popp, a theoretical biophysicist. This system of light could possibly cure disease and cancer. The process is called photorepair. Fritz Popp found that cancer cells actually distort light they absorb, while normal cells let light pass through them untampered. If you blast a cell with harsh amounts of UV light until the cell is almost destroyed, you can repair the cell by illuminating it with the same UV at a lower intensity. But this is old news to the scientific community. Fritz Popp concluded that cancer is a result of light already in the body that is blocked and scrambled by cancer-causing compounds. If the body's photorepair process could itself be repaired, could that mean the end of cancer and eventually the end of deception by big pharma and the medical industry? This is Gabe Golddiamond for Infowars.com.
Clean, pure drinking water. You can't survive without it. But where do you get it? Alexa Pure Pro is a brand new, groundbreaking, gravity-fed water filtration system that is like no other. The Alexa Pure Pro transforms water from virtually any fresh source into clean, healthy drinking water, pairing the unprecedented superfiltration power of an all-new gravity block core with a hybrid chromatic shell. It removes up to 99.999% of impurities, including bacteria, viruses, fluoride, disinfectants, volatile organic contaminants, and hormones. Filter capacity up to 5,000 gallons. Stainless steel construction, easy assembly, low maintenance. Replacement filters are simple to install. And now, as part of an exclusive limited time introductory offer, you can save $20 off the retail price and get free shipping. This is a limited time offer, so order your unit today and receive free shipping and $20 off. Go to InfoWarsStore.com or call 888-253-3139. Dr. Group, you developed Living Defense for us. It took you over a year to do it. Why is this so good?
Because people are actually waking up to the problem that pretty much scares me the most. I mean, I try to make sure that I don't put toxins from food and water and beverages in my system. But right now we're dealing with massive parasites, which is anything that's harmful to your body that lives off a host mechanism. Right now with all the refugees, spreading disease around. We have biological warfare going on everywhere. These are all parasites.
Tell us about all the stuff that said there's so many things that are in it.
You have the neem in there. You have the organic clove bud, the organic wormwood. I recommend doing a parasite cleanse at least twice a year.
All right. Well, I'm glad we've got some back in because I'm going back on it today. It just came back in yesterday. Living Defense, InfoWarsLife.com. And folks, you can't lose. It's full of stuff that's great for your body, period. And you support the broadcast, InfoWarsLife.com. Thank you, Dr. Group from the Global Healing Center. Thank you so much for all your work, sir, on this great product.
From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones.
Free, a little bit better than it used to be, 'cause I'm alive.
All right, I want to just succinctly give you the facts. Not rhetoric, not hype, but reality. For so long, the Liberty Movement has warned about a world government UN takeover that even though it's now here and now happening, I'll have somebody on like Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, former head of the Treasury Department, father of Reaganomics, and I'll say, you know, this is 6 months ago, hey, did you see the Associated Press and Breitbart and everybody? The Attorney General just met and says, the new Attorney General at the time, Loretta Lynch, she just met with government leaders from around the country And they're going to set up UN offices to oversee human rights in every U.S. city with federal funding. And he goes, oh, Alex, the UN doesn't run anything. Let's get back to the war with China or whatever he was talking about. And see, I respect him. I'm not arguing or debating. It's all perspective. He's absolutely right that it's Washington and the European globalist and the UK globalists that run the Anglo-American establishment, and they're the big families and the power brokers. And the UN is a U.S. puppet, and it gets 50% of its funding from the U.S., and the Rockefeller and Rothschild families gave basically 100% of the money to found it. I've had the experts on. I've read the congressional reports that Anthony Sutton put together. The Carnegie Endowment for Peace runs the whole show. But you have to understand, when the rubber meets the road, it is a UN takeover. The globalists need to create a new government that they can transfer our powers to, away from the people, away from the states, and then have it come back in with the stirred up, angry populations mad at what the globalists are doing here. And then here comes the good cop, the UN to save everyone, the IMF, the World Bank. That's what this is. Just like the TPP. 10 years being secretly prepared, Congress not allowed to see it, lawsuits get filed, so for a few months you can go into a room with tens of thousands of pages and different drafts and look at one page at a time and no notes. How did Congress get in the position where they're told by some shadowy group, we don't even know who, that, okay, you can look at it one piece of paper at a time? That isn't just world government. It's totally draconian, secretive, and over the top. Will you guys cue up Obama talking about a domestic security force just as big, just as strong? It's 23 seconds. So many times I sit here jumping to pieces of evidence trying to prove it to you, and I'm still going to do that neurotically, but at a certain point, I've done a lot of videos, I notice, and reports that are really popular, where I just show one article with some links and then just tell you what's going on instead of like, and look at this, and look at that, and read this quote. See, they really are doing it. Look, you know they're really doing it, okay? They really did Obamacare. The White House sent Obama to Dallas 2 days ago. And he actually got up there for like 15 minutes and said, oh, we're really sorry, you know, it's never okay to kill cops. But I tell you, we're really a racist, horrible country, and we got to reform the police, and it's blah, 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 blah. Just adding support to this whole movement, and every corporate media outlet pushing it, and every globalist computer outfit pushing it, and foreign governments pushing it, and the UN coming and having meetings and advising and filing lawsuits and running the refugee program. It's happening. And I've got stacks of news every day now where the UN is running all of this. It's the consortium that sets the curricula for the public schools and the colleges, UNESCO. It sets the global standards for light bulbs, toilets, and then we just adopt it. How cold your thermostat can go, how hot your hot tub can get. I mean, we haven't implemented all this yet. Some countries have. Germany has banned the new construction of single-family dwellings, saying we don't want families to be alone. That's a cult. We want you in a big building. I first saw that in German newspapers like 6-7 years ago. People didn't believe it. It's now in place. And now it's coming here. I remember 10 years ago when they were banning space heaters and outdoor heaters and fireplaces all over Europe. People laughed. It's now happening in the United States. I'd tell you 5 years ago about coffin apartments that are going to be 225 square feet, but you pay more for them. Less for more money. People didn't believe it. Now, many of the new buildings being built in Austin are 200, 300 square foot. Folks, they mean business, okay? Business. We're following a global, I'm getting chills right now, a total global government program meant to shut resources off incrementally till you're totally dependent And then they're going to start killing everybody with bioweapons. But they're just getting us sick right now and getting us ready for it. And that's why people want me to at least pay lip service. Like, I've been told privately, you ought to be nicer to Black Lives Matter and, say some nice things like you care and all this. I'm